Hello and welcome, my name is Charlotte and this is my channel Clue High Heel Stitcher. This is a channel about cross stitch. Before we get into anything, I'm going to do a disclaimer. I'm not going to edit this video, so if it's rubbish, then it's rubbish, it's getting uploaded. I don't have the mental capacity to edit it at the moment, and I'll come into that later in life updates. So if you're new, thank you for joining me. I hope you like what you see. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I know it's been about 2 months since I did my last upload. It has been, yeah, it's been a stressful couple of months, but you're not here for that. I will be talking about it most likely during this video, but I will do a big life update at the end. So let's get started. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen most of these. I do have a lot to show you. So let's start with FFOs, because I do have some FFOs. Cushions, some little mini cushions, one big cushion, and some framed objects. There are 2 projects that I have fully finished that have been gifted, so I will show pictures of those. So let's get, right, so the first one is just this Mini Cooper cushion. It's just red fabric on the back. This was my first ever cross stitch that I did, and yeah, it's not the best. I think all the threads are going in. No, the threads, they're not all going in the same direction. Oh, you should see the back. It's horrendous, but I'm quite proud of how that turned out. I tried 2 different methods of sewing these, and this one, yeah, it wasn't too bad. It's just stuffed with toy stuffing. So that was the first one. Everything around me is just a mess. Then I tried changing it up a little bit. And the second one I did was this one, and I added some pom-pom trim. So this is Shut Up and Stitch Bitch. This is a chart by Circus Stitches on Etsy, and I added some pom-pom trim to that. This fabric I think I just got from a charity shop. And as you can see, that's where at the bottom, where I sewed it up, but I think once it's standing, you can't really see that. The pom-poms were a bit of a nightmare to work with, but I managed it in the end, and I really like how that's turned out. And I tried to up it again, so not only did I add pom-pom trim to this one, I also added a little hanger. So this is just a little Christmas sausage dog. I believe this was a Hobbycraft mini kit from years ago, so I added, see, the pom-pom trim and just a little bit of ribbon to hang it up, and that's the backing fabric. I've got loads of this, and I'm planning to make a project bag with it. There's that. Again, sewed up at the bottom. It's absolutely horrendous, but I don't think you can notice. You can tell when it's there. Then the fourth mini cushion that I made was a gift, and it was using the penguin with heart that I showed in my previous video. I didn't use pom-pom trim on that one. I had some lace trim that I got from Hobbycraft. So that's how that one turned out. And I used some rickrack for the hanger. Now, the hanger is not actually centre. I measured and I measured and I measured and I measured 3 times, and it still came out crooked. It's more noticeable in that, and that's the back. There's some little mini penguin, baby penguins. This one I did a little bit different, and instead of sewing it all up, I did like an envelope close on it, just in case, you know, something did happen and it got dirty. At least she can take out the inner padding and put it in the wash, because this is a 25 count vintage marble Zweigart even weave and all DMC, so it is all colour fast. So that was the mini cushion FFOs. Then the big cushion, everything's just, and it rattles because I've not properly stuffed this one. So this is the Turtle Sow by KLT Charting, and I turn this just into a cushion. And then that's just the bag. As you can tell, I've just literally put the bag of stuffing in because I'm waiting to buy just a pillow insert. So at the moment it's just got all the stuff in. So this is on 18 count Bring Me Sunshine Ada by KLT Charting. And I believe that one, and that one, and that one are KLT Charting hand dyed threads, and then these 3 are DNC variations. So what I like about this one is that if you don't want it that way, you can have it that way. So I'm really proud. I'm not proud of how the corner has come out, but you know, it's mine, it's going, it's actually been living on the table until I could show you and get a proper cushion insert. So I don't know where this one will go. It'll probably go back on the table. So that was the cushion FFOs that I did in a day. Then I think it was the following weekend I had another fully finishing session where I was framing things. So one of them has been gifted. It is on my Instagram. It was a present for Jen, not Cross Jen, for her wedding. And it was Stitch Rovia Love Is All You Need. So that was the finished. And then I just framed it. Just in a plain frame. There is better pictures on my Instagram. I did record a video with it here, but as I'm not editing, I'm not putting it in. So you may get that at some point in the future. My next fully finished was this. I apologise for the glare. This is the Snowman Sow by KLT Charting, stitched on 18 count mistletoe wreath. And oh god, I love it. I love it. I smile every time because of this one. He's just melting. Using a melted big pile of mush. But yeah, no, I absolutely love this one. Absolutely love this. This one wasn't laced, so this one is on foam board and pinned because it's a deep frame. So if I laced it, there would have been just too much room at the back. So I did that. So yes. Oh, I love this. I wasn't planning to put it away and then bring it out for Christmas and winter, but Dara said no, let's have it up. So it's currently living in our kitchen. It's hanging up in our kitchen. And then the final one is this, and oh, it is the Beach Hut Sail by KLT Charting. This frame is from The Range, which is a store in the UK. And I glued, I don't know if you can see, some seashells that I got from our local beach, and they've just been glued into the frame. This is stitched on 18 count Crystal Nile, which was a limited edition by KLT Charting, and I didn't stitch all of this. So I stitched 5. I stitched the first one, and then the last 4, not cross-gen, did the second beach hut because that was when I damaged my shoulder and I couldn't stitch. So Jen very kindly offered to stitch that one for me, and her stitches are so much neater than mine. But I love it, absolutely love it. And look at that adorable little crab. This one currently hangs up in our hallway. So, yes. So that is all the FFOs. So many FFOs. But I lost my stitching bug a little bit, so I decided to do some fully finishing. Let's move on to finishes. We'll do finishes. So some of these are SAFs, starts and finishes, and others are just finishes. Actually, one is just a finish, the others are start and finish. So my first finish is this one, Fueled by Caffeine and Chocolate. This is a KLT Charting design. Now, I don't know if this is available. I don't think it is. It originally was a chart for the head-to-head challenges, and I changed it a little bit because at the top it did say hashtag Team KLT, and then at the bottom it said Fueled by Caffeine and Chocolate. So I took off the hashtag Team KLT and I moved the Fueled by up. So it is a little bit shorter than originally charted. And the brown is brown. He's got a bit more of a tan than originally charted because I didn't have the Ollie brown, so I went I think it was a shade darker, and now he looks like he's got a tan. But I love it. I love it. This is 16 count Gem's Dreams by KLT Charting in DMC, and he needs an iron desperately. So it's just then what have we got? What else? So this one is a start and a finish. This one has been gifted to my husband Darrow. It was a birthday present. I purchased this chart when Nat and I went to the Patchwork Rabbit. So it's this one. It is a Tumbleweeds, which is a division of Little House Needleworks, and it's called Howdy Partner. As you can see, there is a pink border going around that. I left that off. Oh, I love it. We love Red Dead Redemption, and they say howdy and Daryl says howdy, and I love it, absolutely love it. So this is stitched on a Fox and Rabbit linen 32 count Duxbury linen that again I purchased from the Patchwork Rabbit. I'm not a fan of linen, I don't like the slubs. It's not too bad, so I would stitch on it again if I had to, but no. And I used the Called For Classic Colourworks that again I got from 3 out of the 5 colours I got from the Patchwork Rabbit. The missing threads that I needed I got from Create Nostalgia. Oh, and that was amazing. That was. So we went to the Patchwork Rabbit on the Wednesday the 31st, I think it was, of August, and they didn't have all the threads, so I got what I could, and then the next day when we got up in the morning, I thought, oh, let's see where I can get the remaining threads from, and Create Nostalgia popped up. So I did. I brought the remaining 2 threads that I needed, plus the remaining threads that I needed for A Year in the Woods by Cottage Garden Sampling, and I did that. I placed the order about 10 o'clock in the morning. At 11:30 I had an email and a PayPal refund from Create Nostalgia, refunding the difference in the postage that I paid, a message to say it's all done, it's all in the post, it's been sent out first class. So within an hour and a half of me placing the order, it had already been put in the post, and I received a refund for the difference in the postage, which was amazing. So then by the time I got home on the Sunday, the threads were already here waiting for me. So it was amazing. That brilliant customer service, absolutely brilliant. So yes, that chart is now going to be given to our friend Lou, because she wants to stitch it. So that's going to Lou when I see her at the weekend. Then the next one is a start and finish, and it's all Kim's fault. She did another cross stitch challenge game called the Octo Games, and each day was a different challenge. So one of them was like something that lays eggs, something like a dinosaur and things like that. So this one is Tribal T-Rex. It's again by Chaotic Charting, and I love it. It's on 18 count Thunder Brews, again by Chaotic Charting, and it's a DMC. I don't know which DMC, it's a Variations 4-1 something. So yes, that one was finished. So that was started on the 4th of September, and I finished it on the 15th of October, so that's 5 weeks. That, my last start and finish is this Christmas trimmings. Little gingerbread man. I got this when I went to the knitting and stitching show, and there was 4 of us and we all got this and a Christmas tree one. We did a stitch along with it, and now I just need to make it up into that, which is a little bit daunting and I don't know how to do it. The instructions are there, I just don't understand it at the moment. So yes, a little bit gingerbread men, but they all look weird. I messed up on the location of the French knots on that one. That one doesn't look too bad, but that one does. So I'm quite proud of these French knots. I love doing French knots. So yes, I just got to have a day where I just finish those. So that's that. I've mentioned the Kelty charting game, Octo Games. That is now finished. Loads of different challenges with that, which led to a lot of new starts. Most of these I haven't printed pictures for, so I've got some of them I can show you the picture of, but yeah. So in no particular order, in all honesty, and most of them only have the challenge requirements. So if it was stitched 300 stitches, then I've done 300 stitches. If it's 250, then I've got 250, unless it was needed for another challenge. So this is Mini Winter Heart. Oh, I do have a picture of that one. Ooh, that's what it would look like, and that's as far as I've got. This is stitched 1/1 on 25 count using Lost thread. I don't know what the fabric is, it was an offcut from Kim, but the thread is Lost. And that has, there we go, so that is Winter Heart. That's got 250 stitches in, and they're absolutely bloody tiny. So next one we will go with, this one is this. Oh, this one you have seen before. This is Tribal Turtle. Again, I might have a picture of that one. Yep. So, Tribal Turtle. That's what it will look like. And that's my progress so far. This is stitched with 2 Kelty charting hand-dyed threads. One, the orange is Mandarin Magic, and the green is Riverbank. And this is 18 count sparkly dragon's egg fabric. Yes, I know it's creased and rolled and it needs a wash. No, it doesn't need a wash, it needs an iron. But I love how that comes out. I'm loving how that comes out. So I have done 1055 stitches since you last saw this one. Next we have Happy Halloween. Again, this is another one by Kim. This one is in the Q-snap. That is 959 stitches. And that's what it will look like once it's done. So at the moment, I'm working on the word Halloween, and I've got a little bit of the H, the A, the L, the L, the O, and part of the W. This is sparkly Ada, I think it's 18 count Heatwave, which was a limited edition from a few years ago. Yay, and my little toothless needle minder. So that is, yeah, 959 stitches. So that one was not a new start. I'm mixing new starts and whips because I can't be asked. This one is, I think it goes this way. This is Kaleidoscope Cat, again by County Charting. This one had 256 stitches put in. Little PJ needle minder there from Jen. Now, this was supposed to be a Christmas gift for a member of work colleague, one that I didn't really like, so I wasn't really fussed about it. She's now left. So, I don't know what to do with this one. It's good for challenges because it's nice block stitching, but whether or not it gets finished is another matter. Well, it will get finished, but what I do with it will need to be decided. So, yes, ooh, black fabric. Now, I don't know which way this goes, which is really, really helpful. That is what I've done so far. This is Dragon Spirit Guide. Oh, in which case, it goes that way. There we go. It goes this way. And this had 300. And it's 300 stitches. $300 for Dragon Spirit Guide, and I know that I don't have a picture of that, and I don't think I even put that one on my Stitch Pal. Anyway. Oh. Next we have Christmas Jumper Duo. So this one will be Presley in a Christmas jumper and a Christmas hat with a picture of Ollie on his jumper, and then this one is Ollie with the Christmas hat and a jumper, and he'll have Presley on his jumper. So that's as far as I got on that one. That got 1,000. That is exactly 1,000 stitches on there, and this is the chart, the project that I actually won Octo Games with. So yes. There is a lot in here of little tiny stitches. So that's going to be fun. I should have probably picked an even weave for this, but when I started this project, I didn't realise there was so many tiny stitches. So because they should have been stitched 1 over 1, so I'm going to have to split the Ada on here. that's going to be fun. This one, oh, this one I do have a picture. So this one is a Kaleidoscope Unicorn. I've done quite a bit on this, so that's where we are there. That had 3,489 stitches, and this was started the day before my birthday on the 26th of September. And again, this is really good for block stitching if you want to get loads done in a short amount of time. This was a kit. I've swapped out the kit fabric because I don't like 14 count. I believe this is an 18 count. I should then therefore have loads of threads left over. This one is, that is what the Christmas jumper duo will look like. Oh, I do have that. And that's the Dragon Spirit Guide. See, it was more organised than I thought it was. I thought I saved this one. No, obviously not. So this one is That's It Shire, and it says, that's it, I've had enough, I'm off to the Shire. I've done one of these ones before, but it was Lallybrook. So I've got most of had and off. This is 250 stitches with a DMC, and it's stitched on 20 count Ada 2/1. And then the last one, as far as I can remember, of new starts, is Heraka Hippo. This one is very sad to stitch. And that's all I've got done of her. And it's very much if you know, you know. Yes, so that was my last new start. Then we get into the normal ones. So Giraffe at Sunset, I worked a little bit more on that one. I think it was only about 250 stitches. Oh, 300. Just some more black down here. That is a new needle minder I got from Cotton and Clay UK, and it will obviously match the project. Then the one that had the most work done on, which I was hoping to have finished by now, but I haven't. And that is the Wildlife Stocking by Cooler Design Studio. And this is, I managed 7,451 stitches on this one. I am now at 92.28%. I've got less than 3,000 stitches to go on this project. And it's still in the Q snout, so I'm not taking it off. But I'm literally just down here. That is the last little bit that I need to do, and then it's done. And then I need to make it up into a stocking. Oh, this bit and the back stitching, but there isn't a huge amount of back stitching, so I should be able to do that in a day, probably even half a day, once all the stitching is done. But Nothing's ever simple. My work colleague that I was stitching this for has handed in a notice and she's leaving in about 2 weeks. Now I know that's enough time to get it done, but I feel really betrayed by her leaving, because it's just it's caused a lot of hoo-ha in the office. I'm not going into it, I can't go into it, but I feel very, very betrayed about what's happened, so I'm not going to give it to her. I'm just not. So I was talking to Dara, I said, oh, what do I do? Do we keep it? Do we give it to our nephew who will be 1 on Christmas Day, or what? And I said I was just going to give it to my nephew. But Dara said, no, keep it. I think he wants it. So I might give it to Dara for Christmas. So yeah, I don't know. We've got a meet up this weekend, so I'm gonna talk to the girls about it then and see what they say. So yes, 7,451 stitches, which means I've done 34,248 stitches on that project to date, with less than 3,000 stitches to go. I'm so close. I'm so close. So I believe that's everything. That's all my projects to show you that I have worked on. We'll get on to haul, plans, and then the life update. I know this is going to be a long one, so I am sorry. There is quite a bit of haul. When I get stressed, I do buy things, so I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible. So we'll start off, Patchwork Rabbit. Oh, it was amazing, absolutely amazing. It took us about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get there, which isn't too bad. And we got there and it was just, it was amazing, absolutely amazing. It's quite a small shop and the amount of stuff in there it's impressive. It is very impressive. So yes, so I'm not going to go through individually, but they are some of the threads that are needed for the cottage garden sampling, Year in the Woods sow. That was most of them, and then, as I said, the remaining ones I've ordered from Create Nostalgia, and they arrived, and that's them here. So now that I've shown you, they're all going in the one place, so I'm not going to lose them, because I will lose them. So they're all there, except for the white, because I've seen on Instagram people stitching with I can't remember what the white one's called, and then people stitching with the DMC, and I know that you can't tell from pictures, but they look the same, so I'm just going to go with the DMC white on that. So just some 32 count Murano splash. I think this is a long and thin one, so I was going to use it for ornaments and that. Then some more 32 count, but this one's in mint. This one's nuts full. It's Heart in Hand Winter Doodles. And it does come with the little button there. Then this one is a Puntini, I can't fucking say that. That's Sweet Holidays. And it comes with the button on the back. Puntini, that's it. Then I got a couple of the stacks by Plum Street Sampler. So I got Rat Stack and Sheep Heap. Now, I've seen Cat v Stitches stitch a couple of these, and I think Teresa Little Stitcher has done these as well, and I love them. So these are the Cross-Eyed Cricket, the Cricket collection, and we've got Welcome, Spring, and Cookies. So the plan is that to get the other 3 seasons. I'm not going to do the monthly ones. I think I'll just stick with the seasons. I also got Howdy and the threads for Howdy. I've already shown you those. My Gecko Rouge kit arrived, so I was part of the Gold Club, and now I was part of the Gold Club because I wanted the Sacred King kit, so I started that, joined the club, got my first voucher, got that one, forgot to cancel the voucher, so I went, okay fine, I'll cancel it after the next voucher. Got the next one, couldn't decide what kit I really wanted because I didn't have a plan, so I let Daryl decide, and he chose Bassett, which has like an Egyptian theme to it. All there. It comes with a needle minder. It's not the matching needle minder, but it is the same theme, like style. And it also came with a little charm, little cat charm. No idea when that is going to get started, but it's there. I don't know whether or not I'm going to do the background because that's a lot of white. So that, I got the brown bat. So that will get put away with the threads. I'm now debating whether or not, because I've got the alternative fabric, which is vintage country mocha. I'm not sure on that one now, so we'll wait and see. It was then birthday, and Nat made me this beautiful handmade little gift bag. There was another flower on it, I've just pulled it off. And she made me some needle minders. Oh, if I can get them out. We've got a teddy bear and a giraffe, a little love heart, and a ice skate. So the ice skate came in a pack. So we've got some spare, and I will be making them, or I will be asking Nat to make them into some needle minders. And then I'll be giving them out. And oh, she made me something, and I love it, absolutely love it. And it came with some needle, some scissors, and she made that. Now, it is a little bit new. She has she posted on her Instagram about this, about putting the thing the wrong way, so it's not 2002, it's 2202. But I love it, absolutely love it. And I showed Darryl, and he goes, no, it's not 2022 or 2202, it's noon. I'm like, okay, well, there we go then. So she also, this wasn't a birthday present, but Nat made me this scissor fob with the shoe she found in she found the charm in a charity shop. So oh, love it, absolutely love it. So then my sister got me, she said, what do you want for your birthday? And I said, you know, I'm not really fussed. So I sent her some pictures of the bothy thread shoes. I said, just pick one of them, and she picked Lazy Sunday. So I've got that, and she also got me a giraffe needle minder. So yes, start them. I'll probably change out the fabric because it's 14 count, and again, I don't do 14 count. So we'll change that up. The last time we had a make meetup, the lovely HJ had just finished. She finished this at make. She said, does anyone want it? And I said, oh yes please, I'll have that. So I'm going to stitch this up and then pass it on to anybody else in the inner circle that wants to stitch it. That now we're getting, a few of us, 4 of us, went to the knitting and stitching show, and then we met Jen and her friend when we were there. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. I went with a budget, blew the budget. Does anyone else buy stuff when they're stressed? Because that's what I do. It was amazing. Absolutely loved the knitting and stitching show. I don't think I'd go back every year, but maybe every other year. So we're just going to go through this quickly. So this isn't cross stitch, it's Spellbound Bead Company. And look, there's a little Santa, a new like bead in a hot air balloon. I got a couple of earring sets as well, but it's all there. So that's going to be fun to try and do. Oh, this isn't stitch, but little needle felted donkeys. Oh, look, got that one, and look at that, and then a little baby one. I said I'm going to hide them around the house, and then Dara can just find them. I've got to come and think of some names other than Dominic. Oh, this was my most expensive. So this is the everything, all the DMC, treasures, Krynic, water lilies, everything I need to finish the Bella Filipina Cleopatra. So I already had the chart, so I saw this and I went, yeah, no, I'm going to need that. Because I have signed up and I'm going to the Bella Filipina retreat in May next year. So I thought, so the plan is to finish Dark Queen of the Seas before the Bella Filipina retreat next year, so that I can have a new start at the retreat, is the plan. Now that I've got everything for Cleopatra, it will most likely be Cleopatra, but I also have the chart and a couple of the Krynics for Mayari, Deity of the Moon. So, because I brought fabric for that, but I don't think it's right. So I've got to rethink about the fabric for that. So yes. Oh, love it. Then there's that other Christmas trimmings kit. And then I also got Star Wars, obviously. I don't know if I will have time, but I'm hoping to do that and gift it to Daryl for Christmas. But I have so many other things, so I don't think it's going to be done for this Christmas. But we will wait and see. We'll wait and see. Oh, Egyptian Cat by Doodlecraft Designs. Oh, I love that. And I showed Darren, he said, oh, he really likes that as well. So the only thing is it colour chart, but it looks like quite a lot of block stitching, and that's like, there's some back stitch, so black work, so I don't think it will take too long, she says. Then I got some more Buffy showed shoes. So we got Walk Home. Gossamer slipper. Now, we saw these, that where the store that we got these from had loads of them stitched up, and you saw this one stitched up, and you don't actually realise that all that black backstitch black work is actually done in sparkly threads, so it's really, really sparkly, and it looks so amazing stitched up, so amazing. So I really can't wait to start that. I can't wait. And then the last one is Holiday. So as I say this, at this precise moment in time, I now own all of the shoes that have been released by Bothy Threads. Now I know that on the 31st of October they are doing their next release, and there is at least 2 new shoes in that release. Today is currently the 19th of October, so there will be 2 more shoes that I will need to get, and I think I'm going to put them on my Christmas list. So that's that. And the last thing, I said, no, I'm not going to buy anymore. I'm not going to buy anymore. And then we went to this Trudian Designs stall, and they had more stacks. So I was like, okay, I couldn't get them. So we got Rue Crew, Corgi Caboodle, Polar Pack, and Cowpile, and Llama Lump. Okay, I think I've got about half of them now. I had Foxview and I brought 2 from the Patchwork Rabbit, and then I've got those, so I think we're about halfway through now. And I know that they're just releasing a couple more, I think I saw the other day. And I think that's all my haul. Yeah, so plans. Obviously plans to get the stocking done. Hopefully by the end of this weekend it will be done, it will be backstitched, be done. Then I've got to decide the name to put on it, and then I need to work on my mason jars to get that done, because that is also a Christmas present. And then we'll wait and see what happens, and if I can get the mason jars done before Christmas. And I think that's really all the plans. We are coming up to Christmas, so I'm hoping to get another video in soon, but work's getting busy. I'm quite far behind on my work because we've had some... Oh, we're getting into life update. Work's been hectic. Both our receptionists have one retired and one just left, and then another work colleague, she's handed in her notice. So work is really stressful at the moment. Then I lost my stitching bug, but thankfully, thanks to the challenges, I still had to do this. I still had to stitch each day. Otherwise, if you didn't do the challenge, you were out. But the hunters, we lost one of our own, and it wasn't expected, and it was devastating, and it really affected me. And I didn't know how it would, and I didn't think it would affect me this much, but it has. And I think that's part of the reason why, I think it is the reason why my stitching bug went AWOL, and I've just not been feeling myself. And it's hard. It was hard. And we miss her all the time. And I'm trying not to cry. But anyway. That's part of the reason why it's been 2 months since my last video. And yeah. If you're friends with me on Facebook, then you would have seen the post. But I'm not going into it here. All I'm saying is that we lost her. We miss her. And it's hard. So on top of that, obviously work didn't help. And I'm just really thankful for the inner circle and the hunters and Daryl, because they've just in there. Oh my god. Stop it. Anyway. Moving on, before I full on have like really ugly cry, because nobody wants to see that. We've now got the replacement admin, so I'm actually finally been able to get some of my work done, which has actually helped in the last few days. It just made me feel a little bit better. So the next few months, obviously January is horrendous for us, being tax season. December's also bad for me because we lose a week because of Christmas, over the Christmas shutdown. So December and January are my busy months, but because I'm so far behind, it's now going to be absolutely hectic from now until the end of January. So I will try and be more regular, get some videos in, but I can't guarantee it. I mean, last year I didn't do my WIC parade until March, so I am gonna try and get the WIC parade done between Christmas and New Year if I'm not working. So I've babbled on for over an hour now, so I do apologise. If you've stuck with me this far, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you sticking around. I've had a few new subscribers, so thank you very much for that. I hope you like what you see, apart from me just breaking down. And I will see you hopefully soon, but I can't guarantee when my next video will be, so I apologise for that. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope you have a lovely day or evening, or whenever you are watching this. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.